First end boss to be streamed on PTR since Sylvanas, except this one was an accident. We only see a little bit early into the pull here, but I'll let you watch a little bit. Okay, so first thing he does is he does this like little memory thing where he's basically going to do 4 icons. Okay, like a little triangle, a little X, a little diamond, and a little T. And then now he's going to do a beam around him counterclockwise. And you just have to make sure that those things get beamed in that order. They're not doing that, so they're going to take a little raid damage here. So it does a... Yeah, T should be last, right? So it should be... I actually don't remember because my screen went black during it, but it should be triangle, then X, then diamond, then T in order. And obviously they take a bunch of damage because they did that wrong. On Mythic, I'm sure that will kill you if you get it wrong. That's a cool little mechanic. This was the first pull. Oh, there's a much better pull. Okay, and then there's like this little kick thing where you have to just slam kicks or damage into these. I wonder how long they last here. They do another beam. Then there's an intermission phase where these things send you to the other side, and you're also just DPSing him through a dodge in the middle. And this is basically as far as anyone got. That's basically it, though. This was so basically the only way you could have gotten to this boss is by killing the Phoenix within 28 minutes. 28 minutes into the testing, they removed this. They made it unable to be done, which is why like none of the like very, very top guilds did this. Not only because we're not quite sure if we would get in trouble for doing it, which you never want to do, but also for the reason of we were still doing the previous boss. We don't kill bosses we're testing. We usually spend the entire hour on the boss testing a bunch of different things until it's about to end, and then we'll kill it, or not killing it just isn't relevant. So you would have had to kill this boss intentionally early, which is typically only done by like casual groups that are just in there for fun. Because these bosses are very easily killable, but the reason to go in isn't to kill them, it's to learn, right? So we did not do this. Echo did not do this. I have no idea about method. That's basically it. So this is the last boss. This is the beginning of the last boss on Heroic, yeah. There's not too much value even in having these bosses tested versus not tested, at least in terms of the Race World First when there's a Heroic week. Because when you see this boss and you have a week to see it on Heroic, you're basically getting infinite testing for it. So seeing it this early is like good, but it doesn't really matter. So you get to 1% and then intentionally wipe so you can get more info on the boss. That's typically how we test, yeah. 1%, sometimes it's higher than that, but yeah. Did you see the statement from the Weak Aura devs where they kind of talked about this boss? Not really. Although I have seen some bad takes, though. Like, I kind of don't blame people just because the visuals of it. They're like, oh, dude, now that there's no, like, weak auras, like, we're going to do these puzzle things. Like, bro, this weak auras wouldn't have done fucking shit for this mechanic. Like, the same way you solve it now would have been how you would have solved this with weak auras. It's the same thing. But I saw some people being like, bro, wow, look at new WoW rating. I'm a dumb fuck. I don't want memory games. I think you're overthinking it. Like, you're going to have someone in comms on a boss like this telling you like what order they need to go in. This is not challenging. Like, this is a raid leader mechanic / person in the raid putting down markers. Like, for example, I mean, just really basic way of solving this. And we do stuff like this all the time. So how you would do this is like you'd have a raid leader put down, let's say the order was triangle X, diamond T. I don't even know what the fuck T is supposed to be, but you would just have like, you'd have a raid leader put a triangle marker on the boss straight to the east. Have a little triangle marker right here, like ground marker. X is second. You'd put a little X marker behind the boss. You'd put whatever the next thing is, diamond. You'd do a little diamond marker to the other side of the boss. Oh, I actually fucked this up. Okay, no, you could have it start on diamond. And then T. I don't know what the fuck T is supposed to be, but it could be literally, it could be unmarked because it's the one that isn't an actual raid marker. And then now if you're this player, right? If you're a triangle, you just go stand here. If you're X, you just stand here. If you're diamond, you just stand here. And then the tank just aims it at the first one, which in this scenario was triangle. And then the mechanic just resolves. No weak aura needed. It's just a raid leader mechanic, which is commonly how you would handle things like this, right? But that's even just to make it pretty obvious. Like, you could also just have 4 players, no comms, look at the boss, and just make a fucking line. you know? I wonder if on Mythic, non-chosen players will have to not get hit by the beam. Oh, on Mythic, there will probably be 2 people of each marker, or they could make it happen much faster, or they could make it so if you touch someone of a different rune, you instantly die. They can do all kinds of things.